You know what, right? I've been wanting to say this for ages, and it's something what's quite important to me, and what I would like to say. And at first, I was really hesitant to actually to really say anything, but I think everyone needs to hear this. It No matter what kind of struggle and some kind of loophole you're going through in your life right now, you deserve some kind of way of moving past that, or at least making yourself feel better. Where you might not be fully past that circumstance, but at least you can do other things in your spare time, where you can sustain how you feel, where you can stabilize how you feel, and and a lot of the time, the only reason why you can't be happy or good about yourself is because the ones around you who you are associated with, might be not as sympathetic, or they might not understand what you're going through. And sometimes it feels like this happiness, when you're at your lowest level, is being shoved in your face, and you literally can't escape from that. You literally can't escape from that happiness. And it's not that you don't want to be happy. It's just that you want to have some alone time, and you just want to be somewhere where you can be where you can kind of talk to someone without them having to to kind of shove this kind of happiness in your face all the time. It might sound a bit wrong for me to say that they're shoving their happiness in your face, but it's not about that. It's just sometimes a depressed person, um it's not that they don't want to be happy. It's just that it's just that and I've known from experience that sometimes when you are depressed and you're going with a night out, you're going on a night out with your friends, and you're going to some kind of disco or some kind of nightclub. Everything can feel overwhelming at that moment, and and you know what, and it's just not the right time. It just wouldn't be the right time for those kind of people to go to an event like that. And what I think what helps is rather just to take time out in your life and to do other things. Maybe go for a run. Maybe um you know spend time with your dog or a pet or anything, or just you know just doing something what's distracting you from this kind of oblivion what you're going through. And and in my channel, I've been talking a lot about this guy who made me feel upset, and it was quite a big issue to me. But eventually, it came around, and he saw one of my videos, and he said sorry. He said, "Look, I'm sorry about if it's about me." He initially said it never wanted to make me feel that way. And I'm not gonna lie that initially I was angry at him. I thought he was bullying me. I thought he was harassing me. But you know what? When it comes down to when it comes to the bigger picture, I don't know. And you know what? He probably was being honest, and he probably didn't mean to bully or harass me. But it doesn't change the fact how I felt back then. And you know what? Like I said, it's okay. It's okay to open up to anyone. This is the 21st century. You know, things aren't as backwards as as they used to be. And mental health right now is one of the biggest things. What does get talked about more often, than any other year. And And you know what, years back there might have not even been, companies like Samaritans or Calm, which stands for Campaign Against Living Miserably, or or any other any other non-profitable organisations out there, you know, and it's just better. It's better to speak about something with someone who is a professional, rather than just keeping this, this issue what you've got, regarding if it's bullying, abuse, you know, racial abuse or anything. You can't just you can't just keep it in and sweep it under the rug, because a lot of the situations when you're silent, you know, in situations when you're silent, that's when it becomes the worst moment for you, where you're not speaking to anyone. Keep a track record of how you feel, keep a diary, speak to someone whilst you're going through this, and eventually it will help. But I can't promise that you won't ever have these reoccurring problems on your life, and sometimes you might not even properly recover, but there are always ways to help you sustain and distract how you feel. And I feel really strongly against something like this regarding mental health, because I don't care who it is. No one deserves to feel like they can't move on. And I've had a lot of moments when I've recorded where I felt embarrassed and ashamed for for saying, you know, this might be my last ever video I'm going to record. You know, that's something what anyone can see. But I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed for saying that I'm going through I'm going through abuse, or going through psychological long-term issues, because that's nothing to be ashamed about. And you know what? I even got to a point where I was on a bridge, and I didn't know what to do. I just broke down, and I cried, and I even got in contact with this person, and wanted to meet to get some closure. And and you know what? Right now, I can't predict anything. I can't predict what's going to happen. But it's not about it's not about whether this person does get in touch or not. It's about sustaining how I'm feeling right now, and doing other things to make sure that I'm not living in this miserable, depressive kind of lifestyle. Like I've already said that I've forgiven him, and if you can't forgive anyone, you're not really forgiving yourself, and you're not cutting yourself loose, and you're not cutting the rope so you can be free. So the best advice is, when you're going through some kind of harassment or bullying, ultimately get get in touch with yourself and how you feel. And sometimes it might be a case where that person gets back to you, and they say sorry. I mean, we'll say we'll get a coffee sometime, and you know what? Just take it. Just say, look, right, I accept your apology, and and I would like to meet up sometime, so we could be friends, or we could be all right with each other. Because no one, and I mean no one, deserves to go through this issue where they can't be all right with themselves. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say for today. And I've been talking a lot on my channel, and, I even made a video a day ago. So, you know what? This is not over for me, and I'm not, I'm not just thinking, that's it. I can't do anything. My journey isn't over, and whilst I'm feeling like this, anyone anyone can get in touch. Anyone can get in touch, and if you're going through an issue, I'll be more than I'll be more than helpful. Just to help you on how you're feeling, and get somewhere, because no one deserves to go through some sort of long life, some long term trauma, what's been on the mind. But yeah, that's all what I've got to speak about today. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.